by any means, and the Aphelios is what he's opted in for. So Aphelios is it's weird because Ziggs actually came into the meta because of champions like Aphelios, right? The AD carries that have like a lack of mobility. Then we started to see Thresh paired with the Aphelios because you have that like little bit of disengage, that lantern to really get the Aphelios out of trouble. But they've just picked into, I guess it's like little pokes, little bits of harassment, and pretty slow early game. Not what I was really expecting when I saw these two teams coming up against each other. I thought this might be the most explosive game of the night. Not much to lose on one end, a lot to lose on the other. But you know, so far, just kind of been everyone in isolation.
The calm before the storm, because you know this game will break out of hand very quickly. Nectaar looking for that ultimate, throws Safa into the wall, has the ultimate advantage, looking to try and go toe-to-toe with this Gwen. Sidesteps a second son, in comes Shinki from a roaming bot lane Poppy, and looking for the kill! Exhaust has to be committed because that needlework was doing damage, but nonetheless, Mammoth get first blood.
Hyper-proc passive, as well as like being able to double jump on minions or champions. So if you take the ghost in a long lane, like you always be able to run the Gnar down. But there's no Mega. Ooh. They might be in trouble here now because there's no Zenith Blade. There's no flash.
Ooh, good stun. That cancels out the culling. Now Xyster roaming up, looking for Floppy. Floppy has no flash, no level 6. He's going to fall on down. Goodo gets one reset. There comes a Leona. May he re-engage? They're going to get run down by a Thomas Shen with lifesteal and chakrams and 1v3ing right now. Flashing forward, but the Crescent doesn't connect. And Shinki respects it as he charges to the wolves.
That's a pretty big win for Gravitas there, right? They were able to pick up Rift Herald, get a kill as well. Maybe even take the blue buff here. So, you know, all things considered, that's a very big win. And the Diana did what, 3-4? Like I'll take the Ziggs every day of the week because Ziggs just needs like 1 to 2 key components. And then the Mega Inferno Bomb, like the utility that comes out of the minefield, he's already got a turret to his name and might be in trouble.
Business. There's the Moonlight Vigil. Gravitas is going to lock him in place. Now Shinki hits the charge to try and knock himself away. Looks to try and buffer that, but the Moonfall comes on through and guarantees Kyose a double kill. The backup from Mammoth, but it's just more kills for Gravitas to find as a result as Rizza announces himself into this game with his first kill. And Goodo is left to watch this mid-tier 1, sorry, bot tier 1 actually, just fall on down as a result.
And this is why I wasn't sure about the Poppy. Like I said, you know what, throw a curveball, pick it, see how it goes. But you stop the initial dash or engage from the Diana, but it's actually not enough because she can then just proto belt that little bit of distance to use the Moonfall and it's going to hit. So
Nectaar looking to try and hard force this one, has the ultimate, not going to even be needed. He just wants an assist. He can't even find the assist because between Goodo and Frost, they just do too much damage. It's a little bit chaotic. It's maybe not as aggressive as you would have wanted, Jubes, but it's
say that it was going to be a jungle gap, but he's having a good game. Well, I mean, I think it's rough to say it's a jungle gap because Goodo is 2-0-2 as well. Yeah. So it's not like he's just getting gapped.
It's the complete out of context soundbite that'll get milked, I'm sure. But
yeah,
as it stands right now, it's looking pretty good. Both these junglers, big roles to play.
You can never really counter team with the Diana out because the agency is always with her, and what engage she's able to secure. So we might even see another fight break out for this. No ultimate yet on Diana.
Which is terrifying now to try and contest as Mammoth. Right, you don't want to go into this Diana whatsoever. The dragon has been secured. Now can they find a kill afterwards? The exhaust instantly onto Safa as Floppy jumps into the zone. But next it's a 2-man ultimate into the wall. Gonna fall on down as top laners have been destroyed. There's the bomb, only spreading damage onto Kyose as the flash away will be charged and contained as Goodo finds himself a reset angle. I said it before and I'll say it again. These junglers are the ones to watch.
They are. The junglers are just having... The junglers are having a good night across the board. It's not even like the team that's losing is having a bad game. Like, both junglers are just absolutely turbo smurfing. Might even see turret fall down here. Ziggs going to use the satchel charge to explode this one. So, you know, it's probably an MVP of these fights too has to be Nectaar. The way that he's getting Mega Gnar timing into a perfect ultimate. He's just...
I guess it comes down to vision control once again, and certainly Mammoth have a lot of it in the mid to jungle rotation. But they've changed their tune, so forget about the sole point. We're going to commit a TP, 5 members strong, we're forcing Baron.
Yeah, but the force here is dangerous because Ziggs Mega Inferno Bomb, a lot of burst and poke coming out of the Syndra too.
Bomb's
I mean, probably the preemptive ult, right? Like, that's early.
Goodo has now revealed to the rest of the team that, hey, I was taking Dragon, and just like that, Gravitas have to disengage away.
Yeah, and so that's really good for Mammoth, right? They're able to hold their nerve. You know, Goodo being able to finish that, pick that one up, and they have inside track to mid lane turret, so they can even take this one down with the Ziggs. So far, just really good decision making and a bit of a macro diff in terms of just keeping Goodo at that Dragon and rotating everyone else up to the Baron to deny. And I mean, it kind of just feels like we're gonna see. I thought we would see that.
Yeah, Safa might just look to try and do it all on his own right now. So the needed work cannot connect, and once again, Frost Divination sidestep things. Goodo ulting away, acting as a flash, and he lives. Somehow he lives, and Safa falls again. 1-4 scoreline. He will be so frustrated with. But there have been so many close calls just like that.
Yeah, Kyose's items, I get a little bit munker. Right, like you can't tell me you don't look at a Diana like that and think, oh, it's winnable for Gravitas too. If he's able to find backline access, like if he gets Xyster and Frost, they're just one shot.
Well, Floppy said time to get in. The ultimate goes down, but it gets denied once again by Frost, who's got the stopwatch once again. Floppy looking to try and do whatever he can, and Safa jumps on through. This time he'll find his kill, but not before falling down. Shen zoned away, double summoner committed, and Kyose with the world at his hand tries to 1v4 this one, but he just dies. Can't even use the zonias. It doesn't matter. Item advantage, bounty, everything. He is holding his head in his hands because he knows that may have been all she wrote. As Mammoth now turn her attention onto the Baron.
Yeah, that's just a good skirmish coming out of Mammoth. You know, they were able to use their buttons effectively, pop the Zonyas, disengage the Leona ultimate, and really just kite that one back. I mean, the Ziggs had so much value in that little skirmish in that team fight. By the time they actually got access to Frost, you know, it was the likes of Floppy and Safa that were already on, like, what, sub 50% health. So, again, Mammoth just playing these skirmishes and team fights much better. And you'd have to argue, like, maybe a little bit of a diffy in the... What do we call it? Diffy in the draft. What's the short term for that?
We're doing Diffy in the Jiffy, or?
Well, Jiffy's jungle, right? So you can't...
One ability.
Yeah.
And, they're filling it. Now, Gravitas looking at hard force, turning attention onto Goodo, as he actually gets knocked back into Narnia. Where on earth is he going? Safa against the world right now goes golden, baits out the stopwatch, as then the moonfall comes them through, but more stopwatch and more damage to try and follow this one up as Gravitas looking to find those kills, but now they're jumping on through, looking to try and find those resets as Gwen finds them, but that is a Goodo becoming unstoppable. A double kill, and souls like you would not believe. They're going to find themselves, well, not the ace, but enough to look to try and push for it.
Yeah, Ziggs is basing, looking for the teleport. They may even look for the end tier, right? If they pick one lane, which they are, they're all going bot side of the map besides Xyster. We'll have to see what they do, because death timers, I don't think, are long enough for the time that this minion wave walks up, but it's definitely a double inhibitor angle, or double inhibitor turrets.
Just look at that. I mean, you said before, that was one landmine out of a series of, what, 10? And, yeah, I mean, Frost on his own has single-handedly just done enough.
Their comp is just... They may even... 11 seconds on the Lucian. 10 seconds. Like, this turret probably falls down in 2-tap.
Okay, well, you have a Ziggs, very easy to siege like this, but is it a risk worth taking?
But they don't know.
Kyose is hunting, Solar Flare will not stun, but it will slow. Safa chasing on through again. Floppy's dead before he's even gone in. Xyster flashes away. Kyose trying to engage a one-man ult onto Goodo, who somehow survives. Both survive with Triumph being such an OP rune choice. And then Nectaar jumps in and claims the kill to give himself another double. He might look to try and run down Shen, but it is an Aphelios, and the damage is there. And the base defense will stand strong for just a little bit longer. But Ziggs is alive. Now they might just go to mid lane instead.
Yeah, this is just like the perfect Ziggs game. I mean, their comp is just so short range. He's just having a field day. Having an absolute field day for us. And again, we talked about him needing to have a game that, you know, from what we expected from him from the early weeks of his split. And, you know, he's had an absolute 1v9 performance this game, right? Like, in terms of what he's been putting out, the numbers, damage, everything.
Wants the ability to run you down with these cullings, and hasn't necessarily been the case. As Safa is going for this one. Goodo hits him with the question mark, and Mo says, you need to back away from this one, but thank you for the leash at least. Will Safa contest? That is the question. The answer is yes, but the answer is he won't steal it away, and now that's free for free. He is dead, and the rest of Gravitas are looking to try and go for the Baron. They could just backdoor an end.
That's... Obviously stopping bases. This is game skin.
That is unreal. Well, Mammoth are going to go towards the Nexus and look to end this game. I tell you what, Mammoth, Peace have just sent you a friend request because you've just done them a solid. Yeah. You've knocked out Gravitas here and guaranteed that Peace will be the 5th and final team qualifying for playoffs. And Mammoth, congratulations. on your second win of the split.
Yeah, Mammoth, you gotta be happy with that, especially as a Mammoth fan. You know, they've endured a lot this split, and it's good to see them get a little bit to celebrate. You know, they've won the head-to-head to now the head-to-head against Gravitas, so